We're working on AI. It's going to give us unbelievable productivity gains. It is a game changer, kind of the way web technology or the internet was a game changer. What it's going to do is to make us more productive. I don't think AI in the near term is replacing any of us. We're going to start to see that some people are able to take advantage of this and scale bigger than those who don't.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. Today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Dev Horn, who's been making serious moves in the real estate tech space, running the WeBuyHouses.com business. So really glad to have you here on the show, Dev. The listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching creating such a stable brand and tech company in the real estate investing space. So let's dive into all of that.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. It's nice to be here, and I hope it is valuable for you guys that are able to join us. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, for those who are not familiar with you and your world, can you just give the short version of what is your main focus these days?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I run the day-to-day operation of the WeBuyHouses.com business. It's a it's like a franchise, but it's really called a brand license. We have exclusive licensees and territories all around the US, and those are my clients. So I'm helping them with their marketing and the system side, what I call the front of the funnel, finding the motivated seller, capturing them, and then getting them in so that we can, do what we do. So that's kind of my focus, is really just marketing and using technology to help our guys have an advantage over those who aren't with We Buy Houses, quite frankly. Yeah.
Yeah. And for those that are not familiar with We Buy Houses, can you share a little bit more about what this platform entails?
Yeah. Thank you. I think, the brand has been around for over 20 years. We acquired it in 2012. Excuse me. And so we launched it under our ownership in 2013. Really, what the package is kind of the brand. So as opposed to a franchise where you might share a brand with, say, 10 or 20, or even in Dallas, 40 people, we're all using the same brand. In our model, our client is the exclusive user of the WeBuyHouses.com brand in their market. Sorry. And so, that's a big part of it, is just a brand that people trust. And you and I were talking a little bit before this started. And what I've found over the 12 years I've been running this is that whether people have seen WeBuyHouses.com before or not, they think they have. Like, they know what We Buy Houses means. So it's a huge advantage. But what we've married that to is kind of the web
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Systems, websites, landing pages to capture the leads, as well as an integrated phone system so that we can put phone numbers on billboards or Facebook or where, Google business profile, and all that incoming activity comes into their account and can be managed. So it's that, like I said, it's the whole front end of the funnel. And that's what we focus on, is enabling our guys to do that better than anybody else.
Amazing. I love that. And how do you work with real estate investors throughout this process?
Well, again, I'll position us next to a franchise. A franchise will train someone to be a real estate investor and then give them a system to follow, and then they'll take a portion of the proceeds. In our model, we work with professional real estate investors. They already know what they're doing. They're generally looking to scale their business to get bigger. And so what we do with our model is we, like I said, it's an exclusive model in a territory and with an established business, so that, because a big part of the promise of what we offer to consumers is that you can trust these WeBuyHouses.com people. And one of the reasons we know that is many of these people have been doing this for 10, 20 plus years, And so I think, what we're really trying to do is help professional real estate investors to scale, to get to the next level. And that's very different. The other thing that we've noticed about pros is they often have a brand name of their own, but they don't necessarily want to join a system where they'll share a well-known brand name. If they're going to use our brand, they want it to be their brand in their market. And I think that is another thing that we uniquely solve for these professional investors that really wouldn't be attracted to a system that teaches people real estate investing. These guys already know what they're doing, and they really just want to exploit technologies, brands, and systems that we provide.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, what has been the key to keeping this business running smoothly? I know you've been around, I think you mentioned 20 years.
Oh yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while. In 2012, when we launched WeBuyHouses.com, well, really 2013 is when we went out with our version of it. The real estate market was just starting to pick up, and we just went through from 2013 to 2023 the hottest residential real estate market I've ever seen in my life. And so it was a pretty exciting time, but it was almost battling growth, because every year, things were kind of we'll go up and to the right, but um, I, I think, what we're seeing today is that real estate slowed down a little bit. I think we all know that the housing market kind of started to slow down a couple of years ago. And so what we're thinking about as things slow down, number one, we think they pick back up. Every real estate goes in cycles. We all know this. We went through a 10-year straight, you know, up, upward cycle, which was kind of unusual, kind of fueled by very, very cheap money. And so now I think we're going into a new stage of the real estate market. It's a little slower. It's a little more rate sensitive and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to be heading into a new uptrend, I think. And so all of us, whether it's here at WeBuyHouses.com and what we're doing or what you guys out there should be doing, is preparing for the next phase.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And, doing taking advantage of the deals we can right now and the opportunities we can right now, but recognizing that we're in a little bit of a slow period and that never stays that way forever. Things are going to pick up, and we want to be ready, particularly with the newest technologies and stuff, ready for this next phase that will happen, I think, in the next 24 months.
And what do you see those newer like technologies and things that you need to prepare with them? Like, what do you kind of see for that future?
Yeah. Obviously, I say obviously, we're working on AI. I think everybody these days is doing some degree of work with AI. And I I think it is a game changer, kind of the way web technology or the internet was a game changer. It's going to give us unbelievable um, productivity gains. The boring things the things that used to take a while, we can now offload to AI, and so I think that's a very exciting opportunity. But I also as we go into this next phase of technology growth, and basically what we're seeing is that the early examples of AI are often kind of uh, just for show. Like once you start digging into them and like, okay, I want to implement that thing, you find that it really wasn't ready to implement, it was ready to demo. And I could give you a bunch of examples, but I think right now we're still in kind of a research phase. But there is definitely technology that's coming out that will give us the power of, say, an acquisition manager or a social media marketing manager, or all kinds of tasks in our business that in the past we would have hired somebody. We won't necessarily have to hire somebody. Now, I don't think AI in the near term is replacing any of us. I think what it's going to do is to make us more productive. Now, maybe you go 5, 10 years out, maybe it does replace us. Maybe people just sell their house to artificial intelligence, but somebody's got to go out there and look at it, and somebody's got to fund the contract and all that kind of stuff. So I think there's, we're going to go through a phase with AI, kind of like we went through with the web or the internet in general. But and the other thing I was going to mention as we broach this subject was, I think we need to be careful in the next couple of years, because my most talented clients, I mean, investors that are doing 50 to 200 to 300 deals in a year, these guys are so good. They don't really want or need AI to do what they do. They don't want AI to talk to the homeowner. Um, they don't, maybe send a text and get an answer, but as far as conversation, that's what these guys do. They're so good at it. They can't imagine that they would give that task over to AI. Um, and then I think on the flip side, we're going to see that homeowners, um, we're going to go through some stages of acceptance of talking to and dealing with AI. And so there's two takeaways I have there. Is one is, as we build AI systems that could ultimately be a real estate investor in a box, maybe you don't have to know anything about real estate investing, because I could give you the whole thing, from talking to the homeowner to doing the deal to the, planning the renovation, to the whole thing. I could put that in a box for you and sell you that box, and you wouldn't have to know anything about real estate investing. I think that actually is something that's coming in the future.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I don't think my clients today are the clients for that. They are never going to want AI to replace them or what they do because they are good at it, you know? Whereas I think it's going to enable, maybe it's like wholesalers on steroids, where anybody could really tap into a system that has all these AI components and kind of be a real estate investor like that. And so I think the world's going to change. And initially it will be about productivity and how helpful these things are. And then a few years out, we're going to start to see that some people are able to take advantage of this and scale bigger than those who don't. And I think that's what's coming around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you see this helping people with their scaling efforts?
Well, I think the main thing is not not having to hire as many people on your team. And again, I don't look at AI as a way to just replace humans, but I think it's more like I if I if I as a business owner don't really have currently the budget to hire somebody, but an AI can do a lot of that and I can now tap into that, it gives me an advantage over somebody that doesn't use it, doesn't take advantage of that technology. So um yeah, look, I just yeah, I think we're going to be going through some significant changes, but I think at the end of the day, I saw something, Michelle, the other day. I was on YouTube and it was a song, it was music on YouTube, and it had almost like a little logo and it that said no AI. And what they were saying is that this is real music made by real humans, not AI. And I think over the next few years, we're going to enjoy incorporating AI for our own productivity. We'll enjoy working with it. If we call the bank and they use AI instead of the horrific system they have today, I would way rather talk to AI, you know. But on the other hand, I think we're going to start to value human interaction. And so one thing I often say to people who are asking me, like, okay, when are you going to do this AI stuff? I tell them my most successful clients are talking to that homeowner within 2 minutes of them submitting their lead. My most successful clients, some of them multimillionaires, are answering phone calls on the second ring. These folks provide a human touch that is extraordinary because they're experts. And that's what people want. When people contact us, they're trying to cut through all the clutter and uncertainty of all these other people that say they buy houses. They know if they contact WeBuyHouses.com, they're going to be talking to a real pro that can really do this for them. And I I think the value, is going to be making that connection quickly and efficiently, not necessarily replacing it with AI.
Yeah, definitely. That human connection piece can not be replaced. So let me ask you this. What is like that next real big goal for you and your business?
The next real big goal. Well, that's a good question. Um, I think one of the things that I want to build is kind of, let's call it I call it the offer engine. It's if I know everything, I've done all my research, I got a lead, I know everything about it, and that goes into, we'll call it AI or a program or whatever application, that it would compute what I should offer on the property. again, I don't think this is necessarily what my current clients need, but if I could build this, I could really offer like literally kind of soup to nuts, from lead coming in to offer to doing the research, calculating the repairs, coming up with the offer, and kind of building that whole solution. I think this would it would accelerate my clients that I have today, and it would enable a whole generation of clients that I don't yet have. And so that's really what I'd like to accomplish, is to kind of get more people in the tent, you know, using the brand and the systems that we provide for, to help homeowners find a great real estate investor.
Um, absolutely. So, a lot of the listeners here might be investors themselves, and maybe they're looking for a platform. So, what like kind of makes yours stand out?
Well, I think at the end of the day, look, in my opinion, there's two big national brands. There's We Buy Ugly Houses and there's We Buy Houses, you know, and there's some others, but I think I really consider We Buy Ugly Houses and us to be tier one. Um, and so really what makes us different is it's not a shared system. It's an exclusive thing. It's a flat monthly rate investment versus sharing your profits. And it's helping you, not forcing you into a certain process. So if you want to use our direct mail systems, great, we'll help you use them. You got your own, no problem. You want to put 10,000 in marketing, or 2,000 or 500, whatever. That's up to you. We're not telling our folks what they have to do to play in our garden, And so I think at the end of the day, I have a huge respect for the We Buy Ugly Houses people. They're here in Dallas with us. We've known them for years, but we really serve two different um, clients. Those who are looking to get into real estate investing, they don't know much about it. They want to tap into a system and be taught. We Buy Ugly Houses is a good opportunity for that. Those who really already know what they're doing, want to scale, recognize our thought leadership and technology leadership on helping them to scale through technology. I think those are the people. It's just two different groups of people. So I've never felt like we were really competing head to head, but we are competing for the homeowner. And when it comes to that, I saw something occur over the last 10 or 15 years. See, I was early on in this. We Buy Ugly Houses was very popular, and what happened was somewhere along the way, these iBuyers entered the market, like Open Door, OfferPad, people like that. There became this clouding of what's an iBuyer, what's a cash buyer, what's an investor. It kind of confused the consumers. But what I started to hear from homeowners over the last, say, 5 to 10 years is they didn't think their house was ugly. Even people that honestly had a very ugly house were not willing to concede that it was ugly, and they didn't necessarily want to be, you know, acknowledging that and calling up ugly houses and saying, "Come buy my ugly house." And so I think at the end of the day, we are the two biggest brands, but ours is the more inclusive brand that people feel like we buy houses. Yeah, I've seen signs for years. I know what this is. I know what they do. And if we pull up a truck in front, this is We Buy Houses. That's cool. But if the truck in front of your house says We Buy Ugly Houses, it's not that cool. you know?
Right.
And so I think at the end of the day, cooler brand, more freedom in the system, and really tailored to the professional investor that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, makes sense. All right. So before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more from you, where is the best place they can find you?
Well, best place is just email. I'm just Dev, DEV, at WeBuyHouses.com. And if you want to talk about whether an area is available, or my business development guy is Mike at WeBuyHouses.com. And so, yeah, we're talking to investors every day about all this stuff about marketing. And, we didn't get into it today, but like I'm a big nerd as far as systems go, but we recently put in like a whole new direct mail thing, and things are going really well with that. So it's not just like AI and all this fancy stuff, right? I think getting direct mail right, signage, branding, all kinds of stuff, we're good at that. And, we look forward to working with people that can, they're talented and can exploit this brand and these systems, because it's a great marriage between us and somebody that can really take advantage of it.
Perfect. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, story, and perspective. We need more people in this space doing things in this right way. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. It was very nice to meet you today and to speak with you. And yeah, for all you guys out there, I wish you happy investing. And yeah, if you have any interest in We Buy Houses, hit me up.
Awesome. And for those of you tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We have more conversations coming with operators just like Dev who are building real businesses. And we'll see you all on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.